Hi! So while we are all stuck in our flats and rooms, I thought it could be cool to write a few messages and show a few trips from the time I was free to go where I wanted within my possibilities. And this time I want to show you a quick trip to Berlin and Moscow. The Berlin trip started weirdly enough in a part of Berlin which used to be an artist colony in east of Berlin, where some GDR artists used to live. So with the guys from my GDR project we managed to come inside a house of Ruth Hane, a German sculptor well known in the early years of the GDR. I mean, I could say a room full of history, but in fact it is a room full of Tillman memorials and Lenin's and Stalin's heads flying all around. Quite impressive. From there I fled to the German's Film and TV Museum, which is a nice mirrored place, everything as I love. Фотографии можно выставить. Что там за книги?
Das ist der Alltag, ohne besondere Druck. Das Rote hat damit Druck zu tun. Das hier ist einfach das Leben, das allerdings auch nicht gerade voller Freude war.
And then to the CEO gallery, to an exhibition from Boris Mikhailov. He is a Ukrainian photographer known for his series of Soviet everyday life and later for the consequences of the breakdown of the Soviet Union for its people, especially those living at the edge of society. A lot of nudity, a lot of homeless people, alcoholics, not many mirrors. Then I went to the Charlottenburg Palace, visiting the greatest of the greatest, Queen Louise. She's still lying around with some other queens and kings, so I find out I adore the gardens and animals a little bit more than dead queens. Except the ships. Since I have several stories of sheep trying to kill me, I really don't know how I feel about them. But stories are okay, I think. But then I went to Moscow. I hadn't been there since 2018 when I was studying there for a semester, so that is very nice beauty for me. Even though I was there most for academical reasons, for research and so forth, I managed to go to some galleries and meet some friends. It is quite remarkable that all of my friends I met in Moscow I first met online, and somehow we managed to grow really deep and nice friendship out of that, and sometimes I still wonder how it happened. My first destination in Moscow is always the Tretyakov Gallery, which is the main museum of Russian national art. It is named after Pavel Tretyakov, a Russian businessman, and he was an art collector too, but first he was a businessman, and every time I come into the gallery I just imagine Foucault spinning in his grave. The gallery can be very overwhelming, as those galleries tend to be, and after 2 or 3 hours all the classic paintings are collapsing together, and that's why I usually have 1 or 2 rooms where I want to spend more time. On this trip I went there for icons. I'm in love with Russian icons. At least I firstly watched Andrei Rublev by Andrei Tarkovsky. If you never watched this movie, I highly recommend it, but you probably don't need the uncut version because it is black and white, it is 4 hours long, and there are some burning cows involved, so to see with your own eyes. So is Moscow. Of the Soviet Museum, and again. Как в Париже у могилы всех крутых людей, так кто-то и Ленина поцеловал. Неизвестно каким образом, но вот этот второй срок оказался абсолютно фатальным, потому что... And they are also all the friends. Marina, which I met online, then in Moscow, and then which I hope to meet in South Africa next, because she moved there. There is... А в основании работы расположены медведь, напоминание Древней Руси, чтобы двигаться вперед, но не забывать свою историю. We are very good coordinating team. Полюшка! Полюшка! Да, это лучше город Землищ. Высоцкий. С Высоцким дерется, да. Ну да, Власов узнаваемо. Гайдар. Гайдара бы, конечно, не распознала. Ерофеев, Шолохов, Верблы. По-моему, это кадр из какого-то фильма. А из какого, я не знаю. То ли пусть турист, то ли сейчас скажу. Ну да, у нас сегодня день цитат Кюбрика. Хотя бы что не знаю, но оно офигенно. Ничего такого не было, просто стояли. Мы, как всегда, по самым закоулочкам с Полиной. Ребята только начинали закрашивать вот эти штуки.
Вот. И теперь это круто так смотрится, он объемный прям.
One take. Поэтому я постоянно меняю. Москва! Смотрите, сейчас начнется первое пятно.
Ты не могла бы сказать это еще раз? Я думаю, что я не вовремя включила.